The last few days of Nigeria has witnessed a lot, and in the days to come, Nigeria will still grapple with a lot. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has resigned from the PDP, and this, many believe, is setting the tone for what may be his last presidential contest in 2027. And with the demise of former President Muhammadu Buhari, the 12 million sacrosanct northern votes are now up for grabs between Atiku Abubakar, Nasir El-Rufai, and Kwankwaso, but with the zoning still ringing as a song, strong in the ears of Southerners, what will the likes of Peter Obi do about it? This is the Eastern Eye. I am Alex Obodo. A program that X-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. Joining me tonight is Dr. Nick Obi-Ozonsi. He's a public affairs analyst and former local government chairman. Thank you so much, Dr. Ozonsi, for joining me tonight on the Eastern Eye.
Alex, and welcome viewers.
You already know that Atiku Abubakar has resigned from the PDP. Were you expecting that?
Well, from the look of things, and what has been playing out in the national politics, Atiku Abubakar cannot be in PDP and then be in ADC. He's one of the persons that is championing the affairs of ADC. So the earlier he leaves PDP to join any other party, the better for him, because based on a constitution of the parties, I think they have a timeline for people to be members of their party before they could contest either presidential or governorship or any other election. So I think Atiku Abubakar, it's timely for him to move into another political party. But my issue is not entering into another political party. The issue is the internal wranglings and, of course, the interest of different players in the new party that is entering. The question lies, will the rest of the members who have interest of contesting the presidential election step down for Atiku Abubakar? Anyway, that is a question we will answer as we proceed in the program.
So, at the end of the day now, a lot of people are saying that this haste that Atiku resigning from the PDP has something to do with the demise of President Buhari. Because when he arrived in Daura, he arrived to a big, thunderous ovation, and a lot of people are already suggesting that he or El-Rufai might be inheriting those 12 million sacrosanct votes that Buhari carried all along when he was active in politics, shortly, of course, when he won for the president and also got a second term. Do you think that it's transferable, the loyalty they had for former President Buhari, that loyalty will transfer to either Atiku or Nasir El-Rufai or even Rabiu Kwankwaso?
The truth is that Kanu politics is not like any other state politics. Kanu has been a core Hausa Fulani state, controlled by the Kwankwasians for a very long time. Even saying that Muhammadu Buhari won Kano State is just, let's say it for saying sake, and of course, what INEC announced. But as far as I'm concerned, the Kwankwaso group, I think they have an edge over any other group in Kano State. Apart from Kwankwaso, if there is any loyalty or whatever sympathy they have for Atiku Abubakar, that is not because of Muhammadu Buhari. But then, we know Northerners, especially in that side, to always follow their leaders. But Kwankwaso holds 99% or 98% of Kanu votes. So, the death of Muhammadu Buhari, may allow what I can call an open context in Kanu, where perhaps Atiku Abubakar may have his supporters and Kwankwaso may have his supporters. But be it as it may, since 1999 till now, I think Kwankwaso have been very, very influential in Kano politics. So it is not as a result of the death of Muhammadu Buhari.
Well, I mean, generally speaking, those foot soldiers will have to find another leader. That's actually the point, because they're not going to be supporting a man who's no longer here. At the end of the day, somebody will want to claim that crowd. They may have increased the number, some people are even suggesting. But now the zoning system in place suggests that, well, the South still has 4 years to have a go at the presidency. So does it make sense? And Atiku Abubakar trying to contest, because everybody is saying he's resigning from the PDP is just indicative of the fact that he wants to run in 2027 and his age on his side.
Well, Atiku Abubakar is, entitled to contest any election in Nigeria, even at the age of 100. He is also entitled to contest as many as he wants. The late Muhammadu Buhari contested almost 4 times, and he won. So, the issue of whether he's old or whether he's contesting does not come in. But what comes in is that there's this gentleman's agreement where the North goes for 8 years, the South goes for 8 years. And when you come to the North, it could be the Northeast, the Northwest, or the North Central. And you come to the South, it could be the South-South, the Southeast, or the Southwest. So, Atiku coming to contest is to destroy that gentleman's agreement. Gentleman's agreement is that APC has gone for 8 years under Muhammadu Buhari. Tinubu has just gone for, it has not finished 4 years. So anybody from South, well, is open to contest with Aswaji Tinubu, our president. But then, like I said before in this studio, it's very difficult to squeeze the hand of an incumbent from a particular political zone. Like this South we are. I am not foreseeing the possibility of squeezing the hand of the current president by another Southerner. Secondly, if you look at how the thing plays out, when Obasanjo was the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the civilian president, there are some people that tend to contest with him and they never won from the South. When Atiku Abubakar, Buhari was contesting, there are people that came out from the North, they never succeeded. The truth is that the incumbent has always won election in his geopolitical zone, especially when people from that geopolitical zone come to contest with him. So the situation here in the South is that I am not a prophet, but I have not foreseen a situation whereby a Southerner will squeeze the hand of the incumbent president and become the president. But be it as it may, it is my wish that my father or my elder brother becomes the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But watching what I've been playing out, Obasanjo regime, call him a Yaradua, Buhari, it's not possible. But if it will happen, well, glory be to God that another Southerner will succeed in getting that seat from another Southerner. But I condemn the issue of a Northerner coming to contest this election with another Southerner, because they have done 8 years. It is the turn of the South to complete their own 8 years. If God helps Tinubu, he will complete his 8 years. If God is not on his side, another Southerner may win to claim the ticket. And that makes it clear that the gentleman agreement is working.
All right.
Otherwise, it will be a game for a fight for everybody, where somebody was saying that ADC will throw the primary open, whether you're from South, from North Central, from everybody will come to contest. I am not foreseeing a success. from that new party if they throw it open February to come and contest.
All right. So let's go now to the PDP, where Atiku has resigned from. So it looks like the PDP has now become a shell of itself. Do you see any comeback for the PDP, or is this the final nail in the coffin?
I wouldn't say that. There's one music we used to play, said that nobody knows tomorrow. I am foreseeing a situation whereby a formidable force will come out of PDP. A formidable force will come out of PDP come 2027. If it does not mean, it does not matter whether Atiku Abubakar is in PDP or not. It's even a kind of relief for the PDP, for Atiku to have left the PDP. Because if he has remained in PDP, holding the PDP at ransom, it will be a problem because he's from the north. So a time now has opened for other people who are interested in this current PDP to, maintain their ground and ensure that PDP does not die, no matter how it goes.
So who are those still remaining in the PDP that may actually want to contest the presidency?
There are many of them. There are many. We have our brother, Yeson Wike, is from River State. He's in PDP, not minded that he's working for APC. Time may not allow me to continue to mention. We have the governor of Bauchi State,
Bala
Mohammed. Some of them has not left PDP. You have plenty of them. At least the governor of Enugu State is still in PDP. He has not left PDP. Count them. There are still people.
But one will expect that he will want to be returned as governor in 2027 and not run for president.
Who?
The governor of Enugu State.
Yes, return for governor as a PDP governor.
That's right. But I'm talking about those who may be interested in running for president.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot go into people's mind and begin to prick their minds to know whether they want to contest or not. If he asks me, is hungering me to contest for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under PDP. So there may be some other latent intentions. There may be some other people who are interested in contesting. For now, they feel that it's too early to start speaking. But I know when time comes, you will see that people are interested in this presidency. You've not talked about Saraki. Where have you had him? Is he not a PDP man? There are many of them. So when time comes, well, you see a boat from the blue.
A boat from the blue, he says. So now, but there's a lot of talk about this being the moment of the southern politicians. But Peter Obi is no longer in the PDP. He is in the Labour Party. We haven't seen anything official that he's left the Labour Party.
Okay.
And I just saw something that I think what Tanko Yunusa is saying, that Peter Obi will be on the ballot in 2027, whatever happens. He is the leader of the obedient movement. Tanko Yunusa is the spokesperson. And he was in the presidential campaign group of Peter Obi, saying that he will be on the ballot. But no one knows now whether it will be in the Labour Party or in the ADC. What do you see that is likely going to pan out for Peter Obi?
It's very clear. During one of the ADC meetings, Peter Obi came openly and said he wants to run for presidency. And that he cannot step down for anybody. And that if he's pushed to the wall, he may likely leave the ADC. He has made it clear. So it is left for the people, the formations of people that formed ADC to allow Peter Obi to contest. Atiku Abubakar, who they can't want to contest. Rotimi Amechi said if he's given chance in contest. I never knew about El-Rufai. So the chances are there for Obi. The truth is that Obi has not finally left Labour Party officially.
Because he recently campaigned for the governorship candidate in Anambra of the Labour Party.
Good. So if he finally leaves Labour Party, it means he has to pinch his tent with ADC or any other party of his choice. But the truth is that he has made it clear that he cannot deputize anybody. Let me not quote names. He wants to contest the election, whether he's winning or he's failing. So, and you know, Peter Obi is a man of integrity. When he says anything, he stands beside whatever thing he has said. So let's watch out how it will play out. But I'm not foreseeing him saying I'm stepping down for A, B, or C.
So what could be the consequences of that? If perhaps, because he kept saying that no sacrifice is too much for the betterment of the country. If you come to the point where Peter Obi says, okay, so that the country will be good, I'm ready to become a running mate to someone. Do you think that that is something that will be palatable, especially for those from the South?
Well, if Peter Obi decides to swallow the humble pie or to lick back his spit, that is left with it for him. But the truth is that one man cannot go to election and win the election. It's true that Peter Obi has supporters everywhere, all the corners of the country. But Peter Obi on his own and alone cannot win election. He needs synergies of some other political parties or some of our other members. I know that the political elites, some of them may support him, but he needs strong arsenals of political arsenals I'm talking about before he can achieve his aim. Peter Obi, looking at his history, he's a very clean-handed man. And he believes in transparency. But that notwithstanding, if Peter Obi do not have the majority vote from the North, assuming he contests in any political party in the presidential election, he cannot win. He needs the North and he needs the South. We know that Southeast can give him 99% or 90%, but he needs the North and he needs the South, more especially the North. So only him cannot do it alone.
One hand cannot lift a heavy load. So let's talk about what things Peter Obi needs to do in terms of the stakeholders within the South or even within the North that he needs to close ranks with in order to accomplish this ambition of becoming president.
The first thing is consulting stakeholders, town union meetings, and giving them reasons why he wants to contest. Given also, we know some of his manifestos when he contested under the Labour Party, but he needs to, refresh the mind of the obedient movement, go to the grassroots, meet the stakeholders, especially not just even from the South or the Southeast, both the Southeast, the South-South, the Southwest, and the North as a whole. So he needs to start getting into people. He's already a known figure. But like I said, he needs to re-strategize and, of course, reinvigorate the obedient movement. It's no issue of Labour Party. He needs also, to have, contacts with some of these traditional rulers in the North, in the West, in the East. Obi needs to do everything. Is not money, even though it's any other shishi. But then, time will come when he will be compared to give shishi.
Okay, now that you've mentioned that, a lot of people are saying that, yes, that's one of the things that needs to change if Obi wants to be president. Some people actually argue that part of the reason why his presidential ambitions struggled in 2023 was because of that stance of not letting anything go financially. Whatever it is, just a minute, just whatever it is that he thinks about expending for elections, you need to spend on an election. Even in the US, a lot of money is spent. So looking at how he undertook his presidential campaigns in 2023 and what we're seeing now, do you think that it is time for him to take another look? We're not saying that Obi should throw money in the air.
I want to correct an impression.
Okay.
Every Nigerian know that Obi alone scored close to 50 to 60% of the entire votes in Nigeria. It is clear. Even El-Rufai confirmed it. Some other people confirmed it. But then, the electoral body is the final arbiter. Whatever thing they give you, they say it's your vote, fine and good. So it is people voted Peter Obi based on the fact that Nigeria needed a very strong change because of the economic situation in Nigeria, because of insecurity, because of a lot of things. So Nigeria needed a new, government to govern them. And that was why everybody, majority, let me not say southeast or south or whatever, in the north, especially in the north central, majority voted for Peter Obi. So by then, the electoral empire, the INEC has said he is not the person that I want. So that's the impression I want to correct. But it's more so important to know that in Nigeria now, even if you like, be the best imam or be the best bishop, nothing goes for nothing. All those foot soldiers and these young men that may be running all these things, they need some, backup, especially financially, to enable them to do these elections. Obi may be a rich man or whatever, but then he should reach out to the youths. He should also make sure that all the logistics that are needed for elections are put in place. Time for thank you in votes or during an election is gradually, eluding Nigeria. This is a time whereby we have to look for the billion vans, or the volume or whatever, to ensure that things are working equally. Many people try this thank you elections, and it never worked. In Nigeria these days, no matter how honest, no matter how sincere, the sound of money is bigger than the sound of train and aeroplane. So, no, I am telling you, I am not 20 or 30 or 40 years. So Nigeria needs to a little even behave like the UK or the US. Even in UK and US, some of these things still come into play. There was a time they were trying to indict the current president that he made some kickback during the election. That tells you that is everywhere in the world. So Peter Obi, I will advise him to step up his potentials and, of course, change some of his strategies to ensure that whichever party he goes, God helping him, the same magic that happened in 2000 and is it 2015 or what? That happens again, it will happen again. But what I'm saying, there's fire on the mountain.
All right, let's take a break and quench that fire a little. When we return, we'll continue our conversations here on the Eastern Eye. Stay with us. You're welcome back to the Eastern Eye here on Afia TV, a program that x-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. My name is Alex, but I still have here in the studio with me Dr. Nick Obi-Ozonsi. So, looking around, I think it was today it came out, the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde is expressing no fear over the ongoing African Democratic Congress coalition by some notable politicians in the country. The governor said the development could not affect the progress of his party, the People's Democratic Party, in any manner. But the PDP looks like it has lost some of its strength. Some people are describing the PDP as a Category 4 hurricane that has become a tropical storm. Do you think that's the case? Is Seyi Makinde saying the truth? Or is he speaking based on past glory?
No, Seyi Makinde, I wouldn't call him the man that will see tomorrow or the man that saw tomorrow. But I think there are some facts in what he's saying. It doesn't matter who have led PDP to go and join any other political party. The people that remain in PDP, those of them that are still remaining, I think they will do exploit. Forget what people says or what some of us insinuated concerning the former governor of Rivers State, who is the current minister for Federal Capital Territory. Nyesom Wike is a go-getter. I know he may work for Tinubu to a great extent. But with him and some other notchers in PDP, if they stand strong and say that PDP will stand, PDP will stand. People like Otom, you've not heard about them, they come into APC. People like Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, you've not heard about him, they come into APC. The 5G governors, they are still in PDP. They are not decamped, and nobody knows their plan. So I think if those of them stand strong, no matter whatever be the thing that happened during the obedient era or whatever, if they remain strong with PDP, they can help to uphold their various states, especially states that are already having a PDP governor. So there's possibility that PDP will make a headway by 2027. And also, if you look at the 99th NEC meeting held by the PDP, you will see, if you have it, you can relate and you see that PDP is not joking. PDP is on the march. The only area where I attacked PDP seriously was when it gets to time I said that why can't they discipline A or B or C? And not when they discipline D, they leave E and F and A. So, but these men that remain, I think they can do exploit. I am of the opinion that those who have left PDP for one thing or the other should come back. Atiku Abubakar, who was seen as the train that spoiled along the track, is now off the track. So some other subordinates and some other governors who are still in PDP, who have once worked with PDP, they now have the chances of returning to PDP to make the PDP great again. So I'm supporting the governor and what he said, even though some people may not go down well with his utterances, but I think he's a man who is seen tomorrow. PDP may likely have a headway, especially in this dispensation whereby ADC is breaking out and we now have PDP, you have an APC. And when that bloc breaks out, they are likely to break the bulk votes of the North and some part of the South. And that may be a great advantage for PDP.
Great advantage for the PDP. You referenced their 99th NEC meeting.
Yes.
And with some of the disappointing news, especially for those from the Southeast, it doesn't look like they love the sound bite from that NEC meeting. Does this suggest that maybe there is now only one option left for the Southeast PDP caucus?
There's no need crying for a spoiled milk. Like I said, the Supreme Court has the final say about anything that has to do with litigations. Sam Anyanwu has been, affirmed by the Supreme Court as against the, the decision, as against the decision of some of us in the Southeast here. Even the governor of Enugu State, even the National Executive Working Committee, and even BOT. But then the court has quashed what we desired. And with that, I think we have to do a homework to ensure that we do not allow PDP to die because of that. And most of the time, we cannot always have our way. It's my wish that Sunday Okoye, based on the decision of the Southeast Caucus, the National Working Committee, and the BOTs, it's my wish that they have, that their decision stands. But we cannot go against the court. We cannot go against the Supreme Court that have given Anyanwu the verdict. So I'm pleading with all the PDP in the Southeast to begin to align. It's not every time that we must have our way. If you have the plan that if you do not win in any election, in any court issue, you cannot take it. That means you'll be like Idi Amin of Uganda. Whatever thing he says, he tells the court, this is the way I want it. So I'm pleading, let our brothers not scatter. Now that Atiku has rolled himself away, out of the way, let the remaining people come together. Let's see how we can make PDP work in the South, in the Southeast, and even in Nigeria. Because if Atiku had remained there, that would have been a problem to get a presidential candidate from the North to come and contest from somebody in the South. So, but if the PDP were together, we can put our heads together and say, let somebody from the south here go and contest with the incumbent from PDP. Yes, Alex Aku come out as the presidential candidate of PDP. Anybody in the southeast that is a politician can do that. But with Atiku, we never had that chances. But now the chances are there. Let our people come home. Let us work with whatever be the decision of the Supreme Court concerning the PDP national executive.
But there seems to be a problem there. You still have Nyesom Wike who is there, who everybody's claiming that Nyesom Wike is holding the PDP with all his strength.
Yes.
That some people even suggest that he's holding them to ransom.
Yes.
So how do you think it will pan out if you've had a tug of war with someone and suddenly you left it and you stopped tugging and then you think that he will let you have your way?
Alex, there is no political problem that has never been resolved within the party since the history of Nigeria.
Do you think it will be resolved? Do you think, knowing Nyesom Wike, do you think he's ready to resolve anything with anybody?
Listen, I stood in this studio and I told PDP to discipline Nyesom Wike if they have evidence against him for anti-party during the other election. You remember? It was on this studio. I indicted PDP. So, that tells you that since they don't have evidence to indict Nyesom Wike and
do you believe that
I am coming.
Do you believe they don't have evidence?
If they have evidence, they should have gone to court against him. And now, Sam Anyang, people, we said we don't want him, the South East Caucus, PDP, National Working Committee, and BOT. He went to court, and he got to court with court giving verdict. It means that the things he was contending for, is legitimate. If court tells you that this Eastern Eye Board is black, you take it as black, especially the Supreme Court. So we cannot kill ourselves because Anyang is now the PDP National Secretary, and Nyesom Wike is holding the PDP. And by the way, how did Nyesom Wike help PDP? A trap does not catch a rat, except a rat walks into a trap. Nyesom Wike helped most of the governors, not only in the southeast, in the southwest, some in the north, to become governors. He used his money. Nyesom Wike helped some of them who are in National Executive Council today, BOTs, National Working Committees, using his political styles to work them in. Nyesom Wike used his position to lobby and make sure that Tinubu won in Rivers State, and so on and so forth. Where are some other governors and some other PDP notchers? Why can't they get up to give a match to Nyesom Wike? Now that Nyesom Wike, according to you, is holding them in their whatever. I mean, everybody, they are crying. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot serve God and Mammon at the same time. Whoever you make whoever you serve becomes your master.
Yeah, I mean, because
get where I'm going.
Yes, I'm seeking this clarity because here you've offered an analysis that, all right, that with the departure of Atiku Abubakar,
yes,
that people should return to the party.
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like that's not a grand plan, because at the end of the day, you still have to contend with Wike and Umar Damagong and Sam Anyang in that same party.
Yes.
The reason why the likes of David Mark left, the reason why Atiku Abubakar has now left, and the reason why quite a chunk of PDP stalwarts left, there are some others who left to join the ADC in the coalition.
Yes.
Senator Ben Obi is one of them. You saw him there at the coalition. So are you saying they've done all these big political notchers within the PDP, if they've all left the party, who will be there to stand up, and if Wike wants to have his way as always, who will be there to say, no, we can't do this?
Alex, I told us that you cannot use the people that left PDP to judge the political strength of PDP. There are people who are still there. They are very strong. You are talking about David Mark. Did you talk about the former Senate President, Saraki? He's still in the PDP. He's a strong man. He made a giant footprint in Nigerian political history during the time of himself and Ike Premadu. I just mentioned one person from the south. You go to the north, I ask you about Bala Mohammed.
Actually, Saraki is actually from the north, not the south.
That's what, okay, fine. Call it south, but
Kwara is the north.
Kwara is the middle point between north and the
Kwara is the north
and the south.
The way they categorize it, Kwara is up there.
So, where am I? What am I saying? What I'm saying is that there are people who are not committed that can come out and tell this one is right, this one is not right. You cannot be in isolation and then you'll be attacking Nyesom Wike. You need to come to the round table so that everyone will stand down together and say, Wike, this is where you're getting it wrong. You don't stay in your room and continue to point accusing figure on Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike did this, Nyesom Wike did that. Come out and contend it. Nyesom Wike is a single. I know him during the time of Father George. He was a young man. I met him in River State. He knows me. So if he has risen to a certain level of affluence and of course political whatever, does not mean that nobody can match him in the PDP. We don't want people that start contending. We want people that can come together. Take this one, give this one, this one. Let everybody come together and then ensure that this current PDP stands. Let the other one become the old PDP. Let this one we are talking about become the new PDP, the PDP that is invigorated, the PDP that now have common understanding, the PDP that reasons between political members. And of course, setting aside their past, roll it away with Atiku Abubakar who have left the PDP. You see the PDP will bounce back.
The PDP will bounce back. So let me return to the Southeast because it looks like there's a lot of discontent within the ranks of the PDP in the Southeast. And from what is going on, it looks like there's a sour taste in the mouth of the Southeast PDP caucus. At the end of the day, it doesn't look like your suggestion is what they will take. It looks like they have their eyes on something else. Do you think that it's possible that a chunk of the people in the Southeast PDP caucus might look for another place to pitch their tent, another political platform?
Well, my father said that you can never tell the sex of a child in a woman that is in labor, that you need to be there to witness the woman deliver before you can say, oh, you give birth to a baby girl, a baby boy. I am not, a political prophet, but like what our governor said, he said, if the people fail to do it this way, he might have a rethink. That rethink is still with him. He has not made any other utterance, and we are watching him. So until when the Southeast caucus come up to say, okay, because of what transpired in the past, we are leaving the PDP or we are doing this. Well, those who want to leave the PDP can move to the left. Those who don't want to leave the PDP can remain to the right. It's not every time that everybody moves into one political party at the same time. But my plea to everybody in the Southeast is to come home, come back. Let us re-strategize and, of course, bring in even those who said, that is only any person who stands up pushing down and tell me, we can still work with Nyesom Wike. We can still work with Sam Wanyanwu. No man is an island.
You are confident there will be no conflicts? Because where the conflicts will start is when people aspire to either be governor or senator, and then who supported who during the crisis will come up again.
Well, those things are always there, but where there is...
But it's a big issue.
Where there is settlement, are you getting me? Sometimes at the end of the day, each party normally set up a committee on reconciliation. There could be a better reconciliation. I am forced, especially as Atiku Abubakar has gradually left PDP. The problem of PDP now is not Atiku Abubakar. The problem of PDP is inside PDP. It was Nyesom Wike and Atiku Abubakar that were contending, that were clashing, and they created factions. Now that Atiku is not there, let us bring in our brother Nyesom Wike, bring in Anyanwu, bring in Udo, bring in everybody, and see if we can make the PDP stand. I'm telling you, Alex, from what I'm seeing, if these people can come back and call PDP, or give it any other new name, and call it a new PDP or whatever, PDP would beat some of these parties that under formation, because inside them, there are still a lot of cracks. Among them, who will be the president, who will be the secretary of the federal government, they're already dragging it even before the election, they've not won. So I'm not foreseeing a situation whereby that coalition will win this current PDP, if PDP can come together to re-strategize.
So do you see a situation that Peter Obi will leave the Labour Party just before we go?
Well,
is that a possibility?
I'm not foreseeing a situation whereby Peter Obi will remain in ADC or go into Labour Party. But he said he cannot step down for anybody, except if you eat the humble pie or lick up his spade. So Peter Obi is left with him to know whether he's leaving the Labour Party or whether he's joining the ADC. I cannot dictate for him. When he comes to the media and make an official statement, then we can lay hand on whatever he has said as an official statement. But for now, it is wrong for anybody to say whether Peter Obi will leave Labour and enter ADC or whether he contests in Labour. So it is premature. Let him make a pronouncement first, and everybody can now come up to say, yes, Peter Obi has spoken. But there is fire on the mountain.
That would be a good place to leave it. I have to thank you so much, Honorable Dr. Nick Obi-Ozonsi, Public Affairs Analyst and former local government chairman. Thank you for your thoughts on the Eastern Eye.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, viewers.
And that's the Eastern Eye for tonight. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, for another episode of the program. Until then, my name is Alex Obodo. Good night.